How to start a business from scratch. I've done a lot of videos about starting a business and mostly about business plans and funding for your business once you have something established. But I thought it'd be a good idea to go through the initial steps of how to start a business from scratch. Ground up, I have an idea, but I don't know where to start. In this video, I will go through the steps once you've decided to start a business, what the steps are and forms that you need to complete before you can start selling or providing a service. And I'll give an example of what the cost will be if you did it completely yourself. Welcome back to my channel, Mystery of Money. On this channel, I tackle all sorts of topics that surround money, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. And if there's anything that really helps you out during this video, if you could make sure to smash that like button, as it really helps out the channel. Before I get started, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the subscribers. Last week, this channel reached 6,000 subscribers, which is way more than I thought possible when I first started. It's because of you and the kind words and comments, questions that gives me the fuel to keep creating videos. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. I do have to state my normal disclosure that I am not an attorney or an accountant, and like all my other videos, this is for entertainment purposes only. You should always consult a professional when making any type of decisions regarding your business. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So you woke up one morning, or maybe you've been thinking about starting a business for a long time, but you thought, okay, I have an idea, but what do I do first? Well, if you're like me, the first thing I do when I want to know something is I head to the internet. If you search, you will find all kinds of services that will offer to help you. Some will be cheap and others will be very complicated and expensive. One thing that's in common with all of these services is that you first have to know what you want to name your business. You also have to know how you want to set up your business. This will mean what structure you are looking at, such as a sole proprietor or a DBA or a doing business as, a single member LLC, multi-member LLC, or even a corporation. I hope that before you're starting this step that you've also started your business plan. I will link another video right here that goes over kind of the business plan format. If you haven't, it's okay, just check out that video after you finish watching this one. I'm also working on a course for writing a business plan. As many of you know, I've been working on it for quite a while, but I'm hoping to launch it the 3rd or 4th week of November, so stay tuned for that. And if you're already interested, head over to my website and sign up for updates. The reason it is so important to pick a structure is that will determine what tax forms, paperwork, and costs that you'll have when you're starting up. No matter what you choose, the steps to form the business are the same. First, you need to register with the state that you're either located in or that you're going to be doing business in. If you're from the Northeast, but want to open a pool cleaning business in Florida, then you're going to want to form your company in Florida. There's going to be certain stipulations and rules that state or whatever state you're going to do business in has for businesses in the state. So you want to make sure you abide by those rules. For this example, let's go with Florida. Florida has an online registration system, but again, you have to be careful when you're Googling. There are many paid advertisement sites above the actual site. The real sites that you can register your business should be something like the Department of State or a Department of Corporation, something like that. If you're unsure, call your local Chamber of Commerce and they can direct you to the right resource. Although the form will be different between the states, they should all have very similar information. First and foremost, they want to know what your business name is going to be. If it's going to be a sole proprietor or a DBA doing business as, you will still have to complete what's called a fictitious name filing. This is where they search the state to make sure there's no other business that is named the similar thing. If you are using your complete first and last name in the title, then you won't have to necessarily register with a fictitious name, but again, check the rules of your state that you're applying. They're also going to need the address of your business. This can be tricky since you're starting, you may not know where your business is going to be located. This can always be changed later, but just so you know, when you hit submit on your application, you're going to receive tons of junk mail to that address. So if it's your home, just be prepared. Depending on the other type of entities that you pick, you'll have to provide additional information such as shareholders, but these are going to be the basics no matter what you pick. As far as fees go, this is going to also be dependent on your state. Again, in Florida, it costs $70 to file and receive a standard copy of your articles of incorporation. If you want a certified copy, it's going to be an additional $8.75. Make sure when you receive your formation documents, you store them somewhere that they're easily accessible because you will need them until you are no longer in business. I can't tell you how many businesses that I've dealt with over the years that were formed 30 years ago and can't find any of the paperwork. Most of the time you can order copies that were stored in the state system, and it's going to cost you a few dollars each time. I store all of my records for any businesses, any transactions like that, all digitally in my iCloud, just so I have them for future reference, because I can't ever remember my EIN number. But that brings me to my next step. Once you filed with your state and receive the necessary paperwork, and this process can sometimes take long depending if there's a backlog, but you're going to need to file with the IRS to receive your EIN number. or your employer identification number. If you are going to be a sole proprietor with a doing business as or DBA, you can use your social security number. It's one less step than acquiring an EIN number. But if you ever plan on hiring employees, it's probably an easier step just to get the EIN number to begin with. It also keeps you from using your social security number when you're doing business with vendors or other people that are going to ask for your EIN number. The process is pretty simple. You just go to the IRS website, you search for EIN on the IRS website, and there will be a link to apply for an EIN. You can go into the different sections that talk about why you need an EIN and what the different requirements are for each type of entity for that information, but all of that information can be found on the IRS website. The biggest thing in order to get an EIN is to have a business name or entity created. You won't be able to do that until you get the paperwork back from your state. After your EIN is approved, you will receive a letter in the mail that informs you that your EIN has been approved according to the structure that you provided. It's going to verify the address that you submitted in the business name. Again, this is a document that you want to keep and hold in a safe spot. This document you will use anytime you open any kind of a bank account, file taxes, apply for credit, for any of those things. This is also the point that you begin to build business credit with your EIN. All of these processes that I've described, you can do yourself with very little money out of pocket. Just a little time investment and you can complete it yourself. You can also pay for someone else to complete all these steps for you, but you could pay a lot of money for it in the end. I've heard some attorney firms that will charge upwards of $1,000 to do the same processes that I just went over. I've also heard of personal small businesses that will do it for $300. I have to admit, when we first formed our trucking company, my accountant had advised that I use one of these third-party companies, and I believe the fee was $245. That being said, our filing fee with our state is $125. Luckily, because I'm an honorably discharged veteran, the fee is waived for me with the state. So that's something you should check with your state to see if there's any kind of benefits for being a veteran, disabled veteran, whatever, and you may be able to apply for that waiver. Now, if you're ever confused about the process, I would definitely speak to an accountant or attorney so that you make sure you get it right the first time. When I started my second LLC, I wasn't paying attention when I filed the paperwork with the state, and I ended up incorporating versus forming an LLC. It took an additional $70 for me to correct that mistake. Once you receive your articles of incorporation and your EIN number, you're able to go to a bank and open a business banking account. If nothing else, this is your first step in order to separate your personal finances from your business finances. Maybe you've been operating your business as a under the table sole proprietor, and now you want to make it more legitimate. This is a way to keep track of what your business actually does, and this is also the first step in building a relationship with a bank in case your business wants to grow in the future and you want to borrow money. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully it helps you out to know what you're going to be going through in order to start your business from the ground up. If there's any other topics that you'd like me to cover or go into more depth, post them in the comments below. Shoot me an email at mysterymoney00@gmail.com or join our Discord server and post a comment in there. I wish you continued success in your business or continued success planning your business. And until next time, have a great day.